Good morning to all. In today's class, first 10 to 15 minutes, we will revise packages once again. After that, I will explain access modifiers. Okay. Now coming to packages, already explained in the last class. So with respect to one package, we can write Java programs, or with respect to more than one package also, we can write the Java programs. First, we will write with respect to one package. After that, we will take two packages. Similarly, we can take any number of packages. Okay. But we have to take separate file for each package, because in one program you can't take more than one package. Already explained. The rules for writing programs with packages is the first statement in the Java program is the okay, non-comment statement. Means first we can write any number of comments, and the package statement after the comments we can write. That's why it is the first non-comment statement. Means before writing the package statement, we can write any number of comments. Next, first write comments. After that, write the package statement, that is the first non-comment statement, followed by any number of import statements we can write. But when you write package statement, it must be 0 or 1. At most one package we can write in any program. At most one means either 0 or 1. Means package statement is optional. No need to write the package statement in all programs. If you take the previous programs, we have not written the package statement. No. Whenever you want to create your own user-defined packages, then only write the package statement. Otherwise, it is not at all required. If you see all the previous programs, we have not written package statement. Directly in all the programs, we have started with import statements. The default import statement is import java.lang.star. That is available for all the Java programs, whether you write or not. That's why the default import statement is import java.lang.star. Okay. Next, first one is package statement if you want to write. Next, second is any number of import statements we can write after package statement. After that, we can write any number of classes and interfaces. So this is the structure we should follow in all the Java programs. Again, I am repeating the structure of the Java program. If you want to write package statement, that must be the first non-comment statement. After that, we can write any number of import statements. After that, we can write any number of classes and interfaces. This is the sequence we should follow while writing the Java programs. That too, there must be at most one package statement in a program or in a file. We should take either 0 or 1 package statements. If you want to create your own packages, then only use package statement. Otherwise, it is not at all required. So we can write the Java programs with package statement or without package statement. But in any Java program, we should write only one package statement. That is must. You can't write more than one package statement. Suppose if you want to write programs with two packages, then write two separate programs. Follow this point. If you want to take two packages, okay, with respect to these two packages, if you want to explain the concepts, then how do we write the programs? Is for one package, take one separate file and save that file with some name. And for the second package, you need to take one more file. That's why if you want to write two programs, or if you want to use two package statements or two packages to explain your concept. Okay. So how do we write a program for this concept is, when you want to use two packages, you have to take two separate files or programs. You have to save them separately. Put one package in one file and save with some name, and put the second package in separate file and save that file with some other name. That's why we should take 2 files when you want to use 2 packages to explain the concept. This is the thumb rule. If you want to explain the concept with 3 packages, then take 3 files. 1 file for each package. If you understand this concept, programs are very, very easy in packages. But packages concept is very, very important in Java because some people already provided user predefined packages. Okay, some developers already provided predefined packages for us. Okay, we have to know how to use the predefined packages. Already explained what is the definition of packages. Package is nothing but a collection of classes and interfaces. So inside one package, we can put any number of classes and any number of interfaces. There is no restriction. But all the classes and interfaces must be related. Only related classes and interfaces must be kept in one package. Okay? If you take the predefined packages, we have java.lang, java.util, java.io. Like that, we have so many predefined packages. Java.awt, java.io, and java.applet. When you study this 5th unit now, applets and strings, there we use AWT, java.awt and java.applet. When you write java.awt, what is the meaning of that is, AW is the sub-package and Java is the main package. So they have created only sub-packages like this util, IO, AWT, applet, swings, like that they have created only sub-packages and all the sub-packages are kept under the main package Java. That's why whenever you want to import packages, how do we import? Import java.lang.star or import java.util.star or import java.io.star. Java is the main package and all these are sub-packages of the main package Java. That's why the syntax is import java.util.star. Star indicates that all the classes and interfaces of java.util package are imported to your program. Then you can use them directly. Okay, that is the concept of importing packages to our program. Means importing classes and interfaces of that particular package into our program. That is the importance of import statement. So we can write any number of import statements after the package statement. Suppose if package statement is not there in your program, then the program starts with import statements. Okay. Suppose if you don't want to use import statements, directly by default import java.lang.star is available now. It is provided by the compiler. That's why you can write the programs without package statement and without import statements. The previous programs, if you see, directly I have written class student. Okay, directly my program consists of class. That is class student. No, means what does it mean? So package statement is not there in that program, and after that import statements are also not there explicitly, but implicitly one import statement is there before my class student. That is import java.lang.star. That is available for all the programs in Java. Okay, that's why import statement must be there for each and every program. Okay, when you write only the program with classes and interfaces, but for that program, the first statement the compiler will add is import java.lang.star. They have kept the important classes and interfaces in the java.lang package. So what are the classes and interfaces which are there in java.lang package? String, system, and thread, and interface is runnable. So we will discuss thread class and runnable interface in 4th unit, that is in multi-threading. Okay, so this is the concept of packages in Java. Okay, but here always try to keep the similar types of classes and interfaces. So a package is nothing but a group of similar types of classes and interfaces And a package may contain sub-packages also. Already explained sub-packages concept, no? So again, built-in and user-defined. Now here these notes I have shared in the Google Classroom. Please go through these notes. It is very, very useful. Okay. This is the first program is I have written with respect to only one package. This package name is mypack. Inside this package I have taken only one class, that is simple, and class name is simple, and this class is declared as public. Okay, inside one package we can write any number of default classes, but if you want to take public classes, okay, at a time we can keep only one public class. Inside one package I can keep any number of default classes. Already explained, the only two access modifiers are allowed for classes. They are default and public. So if you won't write public here, this is default. So we can put any number of default classes in package mypack. But if you want to declare the class as public, only one class must be declared as public inside one package. Already explained. Suppose if you want to take 10 public classes inside one package, then write separate program for each public class, but with the same package name mypack. So here I want to take simple and simple one. I want to take two public classes like simple and simple one. But inside the same program, I can't take two public classes, because the rule for packages is there should be only one public class inside one package, or inside one program, or inside one package program. Here package mypack, inside this I can take only one public class, and I can take any number of default classes. All default classes also correct. If you want to take only one public class. But here in real time it is not correct now, because I can take any number of public classes in one package. Then how do we take any number of public classes in one package? Is by writing separate programs for each public class with the same package name. The solution is that one. How do we take more number of public classes in one package? Okay, so what is the solution for this problem is take separate program for each public class with the same name. So how do we write simple and simple one, two public classes under mypack? So this is correct. This is for package mypack. Here I have taken one public class. In the same way, this is saved with simple.java and compile and execute this one. Next, I will take one more file. In that again, I will take the same package name, that is package mypack. Okay, inside this package, I will take public class simple one. Simple one is also public class, but I can't put simple public class simple one here, because the rule for packages is under one package in one program I can take only one public class. I can't take more than one public class in one package. That's why I have to write separate programs for each public class. Okay, I have to write separate program for each public class. So what I will do is package mypack. I will take one more file, and in that I will write package mypack public class simple one. Okay, and I will save this file with simple1.java. But if you see this, if you go to the current directory and after compilation, you can see mypack is a folder which is created in the current directory. So in that we have two .class files. They are simple.class file and simple1.class file. What does it mean? Two public classes we are saving in the same package, no? But you can't write more than one public class in the same program. That's why you have to take separate program for each public class. Like that, we can take any number of public classes under one package. This is one concept, and already explained this one, no? Compilation. How do we compile? So how do we compile this packages? In a different way we have to compile, not like ordinary programs. So compilation is java c -b dot. This dot is important, and file name. In ordinary programs, that is without package programs, we will write Java C simple.java now. But here the additional things are -d is one and dot is one. Dot refers the current directory and -d directs this dot class file, that is simple dot class file, which will be stored in which package? MyPack. See, here we are not mentioning MyPack. Okay. So in the current directory, one folder is created for MyPack. Under that simple dot class file is stored. So here -d, okay, directs that simple dot class file to MyPack folder. Okay. After that, inside the MyPack folder, we have simple dot class file. Now how to execute? See, simple dot class file is stored inside MyPack folder. That's why with MyPack folder only, with MyPack only I can access simple dot class file. Directly I can't write simple dot class file when we execute the program. That's why with MyPack only I can access simple dot class file. That's why I will write mypack.simple. So try to understand what is -d, what is dot. Here I have written clearly. Okay, if you read this notes, it is enough to understand packages. Okay. Next, what is the second concept? In the first concept, I have taken only one package. Okay, inside that I can take any number of default classes, and if you want to take public classes, there must be only one public class. Public class is also optional, no need to take. But only public classes of one package are imported to another package. That's why if you want to explain the concept with two packages, the public classes of one package are imported to another package. If you won't take public class, if you take only default classes, then only within the same package we can use those classes. We can't use the default classes of that package in another package. That's why if you want to use the classes of one package in another package, then you must declare that class as public. See, again I am repeating this statement. Public classes of one package are imported to another package. So default classes of one package cannot be imported to other package. That's why if you want to write import statement, or if you want to use two packages, that is, I want to use the classes of one package in another package. Okay, because if you do like this, it is nothing but code reusability. No need to write the classes again and again in another package. No. Once you write the classes in one package, directly by using import statement, we can access the classes of one package in another package. That is the advantage of this. That is nothing but code reusability. No need to write again and again the same classes. Okay. If you write one class employee in one package, in another package, if you need the same class employee, then no need to write here employee class no in the second package. Directly by writing import, okay, import that pack1 dot star means that employee class is imported to your program. That is second program. But when you want to import employee class of one package in another package, we must take the access modifier for that class as public only. That's why write public class employee. Then only public class, if you write public, then only the employee class of one package is imported to another package. If you won't write public, means it is default, no? Only two access modifiers are allowed for classes. They are default and public. So default classes of one package are not imported to another package. Only public classes of one package are imported to another package. That's why if you want to use import, then you must write that, where you must declare that class as public. Otherwise, if you want to use the classes within the same package, then no need to write public. Only you can write default. That's it. Again, I will explain these concepts with in access modifiers. Okay. Now, what is the second concept? First concept is only I am taking single package. No? Now here I am taking two packages. Okay. Two packages means the classes and interfaces of one package can be imported to another package. So there are two ways to access the package from outside the package. So here what are the three ways? Import package dot star, import package dot class name, or fully qualified name. So these are the three ways we can access package or the access the package from outside the package. Means with respect to two packages I am explaining the classes and interfaces of this package. How do we import to another package? So there are three ways. If you write import package dot star means all the classes and interfaces are imported to another package. If you want to write import package dot class name, only that class will be imported. Means here we can save the time. Here if you want to use only one class in your program, that in that case take only this statement. If you want to use two classes of one package in another package, then write import package dot class name 1 comma class name 2. So we can take more than one class also separated by commas. Next, without using import statement, we can use fully qualified name. Okay, I already explained. So these are the three ways we can write the programs. Already explained the last class. So here this is pack, this is first package, and this is pack my pack. This is the second package. This is first package. This is second package. So with respect to these two packages, we are discussing the concept, second concept. So here already explained. No? Each only there must be only one package statement in one program. No? That's why here package path should be written in one file and save this file as with a.java and take separate file and write separate program with this package my path. Okay, and save this file with b.java. See, I again try to understand. Here I am taking two packages to explain the concept. So here for this you have to take separate files. For one package take one file and for this package take separate file. So here we have two packages with two different files. Try to understand this one. You can't write these two packages in one program. Means in one file you can't write. Okay, that's why for each package you take separate file. So here when you take this package as pack, here we have one public class here. No? So save this file with a.java. Next, this is another package. Here I am importing all the classes and interfaces of this package into this package in the second package. How do I write? Import. What is the package name? Pack dot star. Dot star means all the classes and interfaces of this package are imported to this package. That is the first program. Next, when you save these two files with different names, you have to compile these two files separately. That's why Java C minus D a.java, Java C minus D b.java. So after compilation, you will get two folders in the current directory. So what are the two folders? Folders are saved with the package names. So in the current directory, let us take C directory. In that pack, one folder is created with the name pack. In that a.class file is stored. Next, in the C directory again, one more directory, this one is directory is created or folder is created, that is with the name mypack. So inside mypack folder, b.class file is stored. So if you compile like this, you have to compile separately because we have saved this program separately and this program separately. That's why we need to compile two times. When you compile this one, so in the current directory, one folder is created with the name pack. In that a.class file is stored, and again when you compile this, okay, then what will happen? So B is there in which package? mypack. No? So mypack folder is created. In that b.class file is stored. So try to understand how do we write packages, two packages. Okay, for each package you have to write separate program. And here my concept is that I have to import all the classes and interfaces of this first package to this second package using import pack.star. So if you write like this, import pack.star, all the classes and interfaces of this package are imported to this. Means we can assume that all the classes and interfaces of pack are part of this mypack. So in addition to the classes and interfaces of mypack, it can also use the the classes and interfaces of pack, means like inheritance only. So my pack consists of both pack members and its own members. Okay, that is the concept of import statement. Next compilation, compilation I want to execute this B. Then how do we execute? B dot class file is saved in mypack folder, that's why java mypack.b. So what is the output? See here, what is the advantage of actually import pack.star means this public class A of this pack is imported to this class, into this program, means here you can assume that mypack package consists of two classes. They are class A and class B. So when it is having two classes, inside the class B I can create the object for class A, because class A is also part of this package mypack. That's why inside the class B I can create object for class A and I can access the members of class A. This is that one. So when we execute this program, so obj.message means what? Hello. So hello is the output. So see the flow and try to understand this program. Okay, here import. Next, previous one is what? Import pack.star, means all the classes and interfaces are imported, but here I want only one class or two classes or three classes of that first package. I don't require all the classes and interfaces of that package. In that case, they have given one option, that is import package.class name. If you want to use only one particular class, or if you want to use two classes, then package.class name 1, comma class name 2, comma class name 3. Like that, if you want to use three classes, you can use the import statement like that. Why? What is the advantage of using this statement is, if you want to use package, import package.star. Star means all the classes and interfaces are imported, but you don't want to use all, you want only one. In that case, time waste, space waste, That's why if you want to know which class you want to import from the first package to second package, then in that case write only that class name. Okay. This is same program. So two packages are saved in separate folders, and here see this, concentrate on this one, import pack.a. Means here I have written actually one class, but you can write any number of classes in pack. Pack is my first package. So inside this pack I can write any number of classes, but here I have written only one class. Okay. Here I want to access only class A of pack in my pack, that is in the second package. So how do I access class A of pack in my pack? This is the statement. So import pack.a means this only class A is imported to this second package my pack. So here my pack consists of two classes. They are class A and class B. When it is having two classes, in one class we can create the object of another class, like that I have done. And I have created an object for class A here, and I am accessing the method message of class A using obj. Okay. So this is second one. So if you want to use one class or two classes, then don't use dot star. Specify the class names. Okay. Next, last one is fully qualified name. The advantage of this is, suppose if one class name is there in two packages, then if you write, let us take here one example is there. In java.util, one package is there, and in java.util, date class is there, and in java.sql also date class is there. Suppose if I write import java.util.star and again import java.sql.star, then what will happen? In both the packages date class is there, no? So which package date class is imported to your program? So the compiler will get a confusion. So to avoid that confusion, because you may ask one question, I want only date class of java.util. Okay, I will import java.util.date, but I don't want to use date class of this package, but I want to use one other class, some other means other class. Let us take calendar class of SQL package. Let us take. Then what I will do again, I will write import java.sql.star if I write. Then date class of this package is imported and date class of this package is imported. Then compiler will get a confusion which date class of which package has to be imported to our program. So to avoid this confusion, we should take fully qualified name. Fully qualified name means here is same program I have modified. So here I have taken one package pack and another package my pack. Now inside my pack I want to access class A of this first package pack. Okay. You let us take one more package here, package pack 1. In that also I will take class A. If I write here import pack dot star and import pack 1 dot star. Let us assume if I write import pack dot star and import pack 1 dot star. In both pack and pack 1, I have the class A. So which package or which class A of pack is imported or class A of pack 1 is imported to your package my pack. So here we have a confusion. So to overcome this one, they have given one option. Then we can use fully qualified name. Means along with package name, we can access the class name. So which class you want to use? So here I want to use class A of pack now. That's why along with package name, I will use A. That's why package name dot class name. That's why pack dot A. Okay. When you create the object for class A, you can create like this. In this case, no need to write import statement. This is nothing but fully qualified name. It's along with the package name, we are accessing the class. That's why when you create the object for class A, okay, what do we write? Pack dot A obj is equal to new pack dot A. So here there is no confusion. Already explained. No, in pack we have class A. In pack 1 also we have class A. Suppose to access the class A of pack 1, how do we use pack 1 dot A? obj1 is equal to new pack 1 dot A. Okay, like that we can use class A of pack and class A of pack 1 in this package. So in this case we have to use fully qualified name. Means along with the package name we have to use class name. Okay, this is the second concept, that is import statement. How do we use import statement? First concept is only with one package you write the programs. Second concept is take two packages and use import statement to import the classes and interfaces of one package in another package. Next, third one is sub packages. Okay, this is also very important because all the predefined packages are sub packages only. No, if you take lang package, it is a sub package. If you take util package, it is a sub package. So Java developers created only sub packages. All the sub packages they have kept under the main package Java. No? Like that, when you want to create packages or user defined packages, we can create main packages and as well we can create sub packages also. So how do we create user defined sub packages? Okay, like predefined sub packages. So how do we create? So inside one package we can put one more package, that is nothing but sub package. Same concept. But how do we create sub packages? Means first create main package. Here also we have to use two packages. This is the main package and this is the sub package. So how do we create sub package? Main package is same, no? Same as the previous programs, but this is different. So how do we create sub packages? This is my main package. Under this I want to put one more package, that is P1. So how do I put the sub package P1 under main packages? Using this syntax. So what is the syntax for creating sub packages? Package pack dot P1 means pack is the main package and P1 is the sub package. It is like java.util or java.lang or java.io. Okay. So here pack is the main package, P1 is the main package. Like that, if you want to put one more package under pack.p1 dot p2. So here assume that package is nothing but a folder and classes are like files. So for each package one folder is created, no? So under that folder we can put subfolders as well, files. Same concept apply for packages. So this is the statement for creating packages, sub packages. How do we compile sub packages? So this is the syntax for creating sub package. No, package pack.p1 means under pack we are creating one sub package, that is p1. So this is the code for sub package p1, and this is the code for main package pack. Okay, so this is the main package code and this is the sub package code. So after that, how do we compile? See, compilation and execution are very important in packages programs. Okay, compilation is I want to execute sub package. Here because both are in different files. So he already explained this. We have to keep in one folder, or not folder, one file. Or this is one program. Sub package program you have to write in separate file, and main package program you have to write in separate file. That's why this file must be saved with a.java and this file must be saved with simple.java. If you want to execute main package, compile and execute with this a dot. If you want to execute the sub package class, that is simple, then you have to use this one. Now I want to save the two files with two different names, that is a.java and simple.java. After that, here I am executing only sub package. So sub package file name is simple. That's why java c -d dot simple dot java. So in this case, what will happen? Tell me in the memory. First, this is pack.p1. No? So under pack.p1, we are saving simple.class file. Means in the current directory, first one folder is created with the name pack. Under that, again one more folder is created with p1. Under this folder, we have simple.class. That's why here pack is the main folder. Under that, the subfolder is p1. Under that, simple.class file is stored. So when you want to execute, simple.class file is saved in pack.p1. No? That's why if you want to execute like this. So Java pack.p1.simple. This is the execution for sub packages. Okay, so with this packages concept is completed. All these concepts are very important. Okay, now first we have completed classes, then interfaces, then packages. So all these are very important in Java. Classes, interfaces and packages. You know how to write, how to define a class and how do we create objects for classes. Next, after that we have discussed abstract classes. After that we have discussed interfaces. These are the three containers which are there in Java. What are the three containers in Java? Classes, abstract classes and interfaces. So after understanding these three concepts, then try to understand the concept of packages. So package consists of only classes and interfaces. We can put the related classes and interfaces in one package. Okay, that is package concept. After understanding the classes and interfaces, try to write the packages programs by putting or by placing some related classes and interfaces in one package. After that, how do we execute and how do we compile and execute the packages programs? Okay, we should know. So with this packages completed, next you try to understand these packages. Okay, these are the packages we are discussing in your syllabus. So many packages are there, but we are in your syllabus. We are discussing only java.lang, java.util, java.io, java.net. We are not discussing java.awt. We will discuss and java.applet. These are the 5 packages. In place of net, take AWT. If you take this one now, this is the main package. Under this we have sub packages. So again in these sub packages we can save either classes or sub packages also. Okay, this is the structure. If you see this in 1.8 version, initial version of Java is 1.0. Now current version is I think 1.12. Here this is the structure for the Java 1.8 version. If you see 1.8 version, here there are 14 predefined packages, and again in these in all these 14 predefined packages we have 150 sub packages. Okay, means these are main packages. Under that we have 150 sub packages like Java is the main package. Under that, these are the packages. No. So here we have sub packages. How many main packages? 14. Under that we have 150 sub packages. Again, under these 150 sub packages, we have 7,000 classes, and under the classes we have 7 lakh methods. This is one example for your understanding. Main packages, sub packages, and classes. Here we can take interfaces also, because package consists of both classes and interfaces. Next, after that, the class consists of methods and variables. No? So here in all these 7,000 classes, we have 7 lakh methods, or variables also we can take. Okay. So with this packages concept completed. Next, after understanding the packages concept, now you can easily understand access modifiers. Okay, this explain packages in Java is very important question. Like that, explain access modifiers in Java also very important. Okay, not only for exam point of view. So if you don't understand access modifiers concept, you can't write the programs. Okay, access modifiers play very important role in Java. Already explained, we have 4 access modifiers. So these 4 access modifiers we will discuss with respect to classes and packages. That's why after packages only try to understand the concept of access modifiers. Okay, so how many access modifiers are there in Java? There are only 4 access modifiers in Java. So what are the 4 access modifiers? Private, default, protected, public. But here default, there is no name for default access modifier. That's why it is kept in angular brackets. So there is no keyword default. See, all these are keywords: private, protected, and public. All these are keywords with lowercase. Okay, there is no keyword for default. If you won't put any access modifier for a method or variable or class, so compiler will take that it is default access modifier. Okay, so we have totally 4 access modifiers. Here I have explained clearly. So please do all these programs in the lab. Then only you can understand the concept of these access modifiers. Okay, for each concept I have given separate program. Try to understand the program and do all these programs in the lab. Okay, now I will explain access modifiers. So for classes we can put access modifiers. For variables and methods, see, for classes, variables and methods we can use access modifiers. And for interfaces also we can use access modifiers. Already explained when in interfaces concept. Okay, so for classes, interfaces, variables and methods we use access modifiers. So for all these 4 we use access modifiers. So what are the 4 for which we can use access modifiers? See, I am repeating once again. For classes, okay, interfaces, variables and methods. For all these 4 we can use access modifiers. So how many access modifiers are there in Java? Only 4. What are they? Private, default, protected and public. So here what is the scope for all these access modifiers is, based on the scope we can write like this. So private is having less scope when compared to default, protected and public. Like that, private is having less scope. Then the next scope is default. Next is protected. Next is public. Actually no need to write less than, but for your understanding I have written. We can't use this less than symbol. But scope means private is having less than scope than default. Again default is having less than scope then when you compare with protected. Again protected is having less than scope when you compare with public. So public is having highest scope, okay, among all these 4 access modifiers. So this is the important concept. So for classes, interfaces, variables and methods we can use these 4 access modifiers. Now I will explain one by one. This concept is very important. Now I will explain this one. So class A, here where I have inside class A, I have taken variables and two methods. So how many variables are there? A and B. And how many methods are there? M1 and M2. Now here I have not taken any access modifier, okay, for class and for variables and methods. So what is the access modifier here? We can write the program like this. No, previously we have written the programs like this only. We have not taken any access modifier. So what is the access modifier? Which is added by the compiler for this class and for these two variables and for these two methods is default. So default is the default access modifier, okay, which is provided by the compiler. That's why if you take class, here default access modifier is there. There is no keyword for default now. That's why don't write default here. If you won't take any access modifier for this class, then the compiler will consider here the access modifier as default. That is the first point. So for classes, access modifiers are there. Next, for variables also access modifiers are there. No, here I have not taken any access modifier explicitly. And then what is the access modifier implicitly available here? That is default only. It is taken by the compiler. So for these two variables A and B, the access modifier is default. Next, here we have two methods, no, M1 and M2. Again, for methods also we should take access modifiers. Here I am not taking any access modifier. It means that it is having default access modifier which is added by the compiler. Here also no access modifier explicitly, no. That's why implicitly default is there. So for class implicitly default is available. For these two variables implicitly default is available, and for these two methods implicitly default is available. This is the first program. Try to understand. Next, what is the second program? First, to try to understand. Now here for this is class B. No, for this class B I have taken public. Means this class B, for this class B the access modifier is public. Okay, public classes already explained. No, public classes are imported to, or public classes only can be imported to other packages. Public classes of one package can be imported to other packages. That rule remember. Next, so this class is declared with public access modifier. Next, coming to the variables A, B. Here I have not specified any access modifier. No, that's why by default it is default access modifier. Next, for this method also I have not specified any access modifier explicitly. So here it is default. So if you take this program, for the class I have taken public explicitly, and for these two variables and this method default access modifier is available. Next. Next, one more important point is, for classes we can take only two access modifiers. They are default and public. Only two access modifiers are allowed for classes. We can't use private and protected because here we have four access modifiers, no? But only two access modifiers are allowed for classes. They are default and public. So we can't use private and protected. Means we can't take private classes and protected classes. If you take a class as private, then definitely compiler error. Protected also compiler error. That's why for classes we can take only two access modifiers. They are default and public. Whereas for variables and methods, we can take, and one more also, interfaces also there, no? So here write classes comma interfaces. For interfaces also we can use only two access modifiers. They are default and public. Okay, for classes and interfaces we can use only two access modifiers. They are default and public. We can't use private and protected access modifiers for classes and interfaces. That is the first important point to remember. Next, coming to variables and methods. For variables and methods we can use all the four access modifiers. All the four means private, default, protected and public. So understand, for classes and interfaces we can use only two access modifiers. They are default and public, and we can't use private and protected access modifiers for classes and interfaces. Next, for variables and methods, we can use all the 4 access modifiers. This is the introduction about access modifiers. After that, we will study access modifiers in depth. Access modifiers concept is very, very important in Java. Unless you understand access modifiers concept, you can't write programs in Java. Next, how do we first in today's class I will explain this table. Next, tomorrow I will explain the programs. Okay, but try to understand. We will go slowly only, because without understanding the access modifiers, you can't write the programs with respect to classes, interfaces, and packages. Because the important concepts in Java are classes, interfaces, and packages. No. Okay, if you want to write the programs with these 3 concepts, that is classes, interfaces, and packages, we must understand access modifiers. Unless you understand access modifiers, you can't write the programs with classes, interfaces, and packages. That's why try to understand this access modifiers concept in Java. After that, try to write more number of programs on these access modifiers. Okay, easy only if you understand this table. Okay, now I will explain this table. Next class we will write the programs. Okay, now how many access modifiers are there? Try to understand. If you understand this table, then you can write the programs on your own. Now, first one is we have 4 access modifiers. They are first one private. I have taken 4 columns for all the 4 access modifiers. So private, then default, then protected, public. Okay, so I have taken 4 columns for all the 4 access modifiers. After that, here I have 4 rows. So what are these 4 rows? So with respect to classes and packages, I am taking these 4 rows. Already explained packages concept in depth. Now you can easily understand these 4 rows if you understand packages. And you know inheritance also. No? So in any package, we can take inheritance also. So inheritance is used in packages, because when you take package or when you write the package program, like package pack, in that take 2 classes and use inheritance. What is the problem? So write the package program like this using inheritance, package pack. Okay, next write one class A, next write one more class B which extends A. That's it. So all the members of class A are inherited to class B. So we can use inheritance in packages, because package consists of classes and interfaces. Now, between classes we can use inheritance, and between classes and interfaces we can use implement. No? So all those previous concepts we can use in packages. Don't put simply independent classes or interfaces. Whenever you take interface, it is must to implement that interface. No? Otherwise, if you write simply interfaces, what is the use? That's why when you write the packages programs, so in one package, we can put any number of classes and any number of interfaces. No? So when you put multiple classes and multiple interfaces, use the previous concepts. That is inheritance between classes. That is, one class can extend another class, no? Like multi-level inheritance, single-level inheritance. All those we can take here in package. And one more important point is we can take interfaces also in packages. No? Now, when you take interface concept in package, there must be one class which extends which implements that interface. No? That's why between class and interface we use implements. And between 2 interfaces we can use extends. Like that, all the concepts, whatever concepts you know previously, all those concepts we can use in packages programs also. But only thing is, we are putting all the classes and interfaces under one package, like under one umbrella. That is the concept of package. Previously we have written independently by taking multiple classes and multiple interfaces. Now we can take all those previous programs and you can put those programs under packages. Okay, so no need to the previous programs I explained, all those are simple programs only. Why I have taken those programs is to understand the concept. After that, you can take the previous programs or previous concepts, okay, and put all those programs in under packages. Okay, so under one package, we can take any number of classes and any number of interfaces, and between classes, we can use inheritance in the same package, and in the same package, we can use implements between class and interface. So all those concepts are applicable in packages programs also. Okay, that's why here the rows are, when inheritance is possible in packages means the subclass and non-subclass concept will be there, no? Okay, superclass, subclass. Okay, so when you take inheritance, we have parent class or superclass, class A, and class B extends A means that is subclass, no? So superclass, subclass. Next, when you take only class C, that is non-subclass, no? See, here again I am to explain these, you should know inheritance. So I have two classes, class A, class B extends A. So what is B? Subclass, no? Next, if I take class C, it is not extending any class. Is it non-subclass? Yes. So here I have three classes, class A, class B extends A, and class C. So B is called subclass of A and C is non-subclass because it is not extending any class. That's why in this case C is called non-subclass and B is called subclass. So with respect to inheritance, I will write. And one more is, we can take two packages, no? First package, second package. In the second package, I will import the first package because I want to access all the members of the first package into second package by taking import pack1 dot star. Okay, so here we have two packages. This is same package and these package members are accessed in the second package, means other package. So here with respect to four words, I will talk about these. First one is subclass, non-subclass, and second one is same package and other package. Same package means here I have two packages, pack1 and pack2. If you want to use the members of pack1 in the same package, that is nothing but same package. Suppose if you want to use the members of pack1 in another package, pack2, that is other package. So same package means pack1, other package means pack2. So inside the other package pack2, I am using the members of pack1 using import statement. That's why here we have to use four words, subclass, non-subclass, same package. Within the same package, if you are using the members of that package, that is same package. Next, take one more package. Inside this package, I am using the members of the first package. This is nothing but other package for this first package. So like that, we will differentiate these five. First one is, here I have only one class. That is nothing but within the class. Next, subclasses of the same package. Same package means first package, pack1. So inside pack1, I have subclasses and non-subclasses. Now already explained the difference between subclasses and non-subclasses. B is subclass, C is non-subclass. So when you take the same package, that is the first package, again I have two concepts, subclasses of the same package and non-subclasses of the same package. Correct? Next, what are these for 4 and 5 is, I have two packages now for 4 and 5. So I have two packages, pack1 and pack2. I am accessing the members of pack1 in pack2. So this is other package. For pack1, pack2 is other package. Means the pack1 members are accessed in other package, pack2. So for package pack1, the other package is nothing but pack2. Okay, two packages, pack1 and pack2 for package 1. Okay, so other package is nothing but pack2. So if you understand these two packages, so 4 and 5, subclasses of other package. So first package is this one, other package is this one, no? Subclasses of other package. Here we can create subclasses for these classes of pack1. Because when you write second package, that is pack2, by using import pack1 dot star, all the members of the first package are imported to this, no? Let us take class A of first package imported into second class. Here I can take class B extends A, but B is the class which belongs to second package, but it extends the class of first package. So it is nothing but subclass of other package. I am taking the class of pack 1 and I am taking the subclass class B extends A. Means B is the class which belongs to pack 2 now. So this B is nothing but subclass of other package. Next, this is subclass of other package. Next, non-subclasses of other packages. So in pack 1 we have class A. Next, in pack 2 import pack 1 dot star. Class A is imported to here, but here I am not taking any inheritance with respect to class A. I will take only class C. So what is class C with respect to class A? So non-subclasses of other package. So with respect to first package, we are talking about this other package. So try to understand. That's why you first finish packages programs. Then only you can understand these programs. What is same package, what is other package, and what is the subclasses and non-subclasses. Okay. So here we have 5 concepts. They are within the same class, subclasses of the same package, non-subclasses of the same package, and subclasses of other package, and non-subclasses of other package. Subclasses of other package means, so here the classes of first package are imported to the second package. Then I will take inheritance in the second package with respect to the classes of the first package. So class A of first package is imported to second package. Here I am taking inheritance. Class B extends A. What is A? A is the class of first package now. But by using the classes of first package, inside the second package, I am taking inheritance with second package classes. Class B is class of second package, but class B extends A. Means I am creating inheritance between the classes of package 1 and the classes of package 2. Try to understand the last two. Subclasses of other package and non-subclasses of other package. So if you understand these 4 concepts, here the table is easy only. So here within the same class, what is the scope? So private, default, protected. This table is only the access modifiers which are explained with for variables and methods. Only for variables and methods I am explaining this table with these 5 concepts. So if you take private variables or methods, or default variables methods, protected variables methods, or public variables methods, only this table is only for variables and methods. Okay. Now we will see. So private. Okay, this is private variables or methods. Can be accessed within the same class or cannot be accessed within the same class. Yes. So if you take, first we will see row wise. So within the same class, we can access all these 4. Means private, default, protected and public variables or methods can be accessed within the same class. Again I am repeating. So private, default, protected and public variables or methods can be accessed within the same class. That is the first row. Second row is private variables or methods. Okay, cannot be accessed in subclasses of the same package. No. Okay, remaining all are yes. Subclasses of the same package. Inside the subclasses of the same package, we can't use private variables or methods. The meaning of this is private variables or methods can be accessed within the same class only. Outside that class where it is declared, so that is not accessed. Means private variables or methods of one class cannot be accessed outside that class. Only within the same class they are accessed. This is very, very important point. Okay. So subclasses of the same package means only it is not possible. The remaining are possible. Next, non-subclasses of the same package, same concept. Okay, whether it is subclasses of the same package, non-subclasses of the same package, same. Only private variables or methods cannot be accessed inside subclasses of the same package or non-subclasses of the same package. Next two rows are subclasses of the other package. Now, if you see the subclasses of the other package, private members and default members cannot be accessed. Protected and public members can be accessed. Members means variables or methods, remember. So private members or default members, okay, cannot be accessed in subclasses of other packages. Okay, and protected and public can be accessed. Next, last one is what? Non-subclasses of other packages. So private, default and protected members of one class cannot be accessed inside non-subclasses of other package. Okay, so again I am repeating, private, default and protected members of one class cannot be accessed inside non-subclasses of other packages. What is the last one? Yes. Yes means public. So public members of one class can be accessed in non-subclasses of other packages. If you take column wise, then you can understand more. First understand row wise, then try to understand column wise. So I will repeat only, or I will explain only 4 statements. So what is the scope of private members? What is the scope of default members? Members can be variables or methods. And what is the scope of protected members? And what is the scope of public members? First, what is the scope of private members? So the private members of one class can be accessed within the same class only. They cannot be accessed outside the class. That's why these are 4 nodes. Next, default members of one class can be accessed within the same class and also within the subclasses of the same package and within the non-subclasses of the same package. But outside the package, they are not accessed. Means again I am repeating these. The difference between these two is private members of one class can be accessed within the same class only. Next, default members of one class can be accessed within the same package. Understand the difference between these two. Here we are using class, here we are using package. So the private members of one class can be accessed within the same class. Next, default members of one class can be accessed within the same package. Outside the package, we can't use default members of one class. That is second one. Third one, protected. Protected means it is having some more scope than compared to default. What is that term? Is this one. So protected members of one class can be accessed within the same class, within the same package. Okay, within the same package, and also the subclasses of the other package can also use protected members of a class. That's why here again I am repeating. So protected members of one class can be accessed within the same class, within the same package, by subclasses and non-subclasses of the same package, and also the subclasses of the other package. Okay, but non-subclasses of other package cannot use protected members of a class. Okay, last one is public. Public, you know, public roads. Public means can be accessed by anyone. Like that here, public members of a class can be used within the same class, within the same package, and also other package. So within the same package by subclasses and non-subclasses of that package, and the other package means by subclasses and non-subclasses of other package. That's why public is having the highest scope when compared to the remaining 3, private, default, protected. So what is with respect to scope? See, private is having only less scope. Only private members of a class can be accessed within the same class only. Outside the class, they are not visible. They cannot be accessed. Next, default. So default members of a class can be accessed within the same class and both subclasses and non-subclasses of the same package. So this is class, this is package. These default members of a class can be accessed within the same package. Okay. Next, protected members of a class can be accessed within the same class, within the same package, and also the subclasses of the other package. Who cannot use? The non-subclasses of other package cannot use protected members. If you take public, so public members of a class can be accessed within the same class, within the same package by both subclasses and non-subclasses, and outside other package by subclasses and non-subclasses. Means public members can be accessed inside the same package and outside the package also. That is the scope with respect to these 4 access modifiers. So with this, I have explained for variables, and this table is only for members of a class, that is variables and methods of a class. Here I have written the scope: private, default, protected, and public. We can read this. Next, what are the access modifiers for classes? Already explained. Access modifiers for classes and interfaces, only 2. They are default and public. Already explained in depth. No? So for classes and here write interfaces also. So for classes and interfaces, we can use only 2 access modifiers. They are default and public. That's it. If you understand all these concepts, next we will write in the next class, that is tomorrow, we will write the programs on access modifiers. This concept is very, very important.